both arms and began chanting. She put a towel in his mouth to make sure he wouldn't bite his own tongue. Sachiko stood in the back, scared. Yeah, chanting. He flailed around a bunch. And all the photos of the Shinozaki family on the wall started to laugh. The air in the room started to get more fucked up. Hang in there, please. Please don't take him away. Black-teeth old woman laughing. Dad! Dad! His voice got weaker and weaker, and soon his body started to lose power, until finally his eyes rolled up and he stopped moving. Dad? He's not breathing! Sachiko looked at him in tears. She was drowning in despair, Yoshie.
霊能力者の血筋、篠崎の者と結婚した夫は必ず早々の死を遂げる。呪われた家の運命に抗えなかったよ。
This is the curse of the Shinozaki family. The husband who would marry into the family would absolutely die early. It was their fate.
心ない者たちから守るよう篠崎の家に託されていた禁忌の本に手をつける。
Although they had been given the book to protect it against those who might do wrong with it, she put her hand on it. The Book of Shadows.
Book of Shadows.
To lose the one you love.
そのことを恐れるあまり
She ended up depending on the Book of Shadows to save the one she loved.
ヨシエ自身もすがれるものなら何でもいい程度にしか思っ
I'm
て
sure
な
at
かった
that
と思
point
う。
she didn't even care. Aiko looks deep into Ayumi's eyes.
ところが
But
まさか信
something
じられない
unbelievable
ことが起
happened.
こる。ヨシエの体に流れる篠崎の血筋、その強い霊力に想像もつかない何かが呼応してしまった。
Because of Yoshie's powers in the blood of the Shinozaki family and her super hype spiritual energy, she summoned something unbelievable. That was?
それはヨシエの術で本の中から呼び覚まされた何か。それは涅槃。
Using Yoshie's skills, what she was able to summon forth from the book was that purgatory, that space.
未来永劫、死者
A
と
place
共
where you
に
could
い
be
ら
with
れ
the
る
dead
場所。
forever.
死後の世界を切り取った空間が
A chunk of
この
space
世に生
cut
まれてしまった
from the world of the dead was born here in the world of the living.
ヨシエはもう半分正気を
Yoshie
失
had
って
already
い
lost
た
half
の
of her
に、
sanity.
一人娘の
She
幸子を
left her
現
daughter
在
in the
に
real
残し
world
て、自分
and
は
went
夫
with
の
her husband's
魂と
soul
共に
to
生涯をそこで添い遂げようとした。
the land of corpses.
コープス。ところが、
But as it turns out, the
涅
purgatory
槃
is
に
a
は
will
意
of
志
its
があ
own.
り、ヨシエの手でコン
And
ト
it
ロール
wasn't
でき
something
る
that
もの
Yoshie
では
could
ない。
control on her own. Ayumi herself felt the book's terrifying powers in Yoshie's nurse's office.
黒魔術には障害反動がある。夫の魂はバラバラに飛散し、
But as it turns out, there's a bad feedback loop from the Book of Shadows. Her husband's soul split into 4 pieces, and Yoshie herself almost died.
自分の愚かな行為を悔やみながら呼吸を止めようとしたその時、
As she was drowning in her own despair and ready to take her own life,
底なしに霊能力の強い一人娘幸子が涅槃を丸ごと体
her
の
daughter,
中に
who
放り
also
込んだ
had
の。
strong spiritual energy, swallowed the entire purgatory herself into her body. Sachiko.
幸子が
Sachiko's on the floor coughing up a foot. Yoshie dashed her daughter in tears after seeing her pretty much absorb the whole fucking thing. Sachiko!
幸子
Sachan! You!
あなた
Mom, don't die! Mom! She raised her head in pain and looked at Yoshi's eyes while crying. She put her face into Yoshi's chest and cried. Yoshi hugged her tight to herself as she cried as well. There was a dark black and blue aura surrounding Sachiko. I'm sorry, Sachan. I was wrong. I have you. I won't leave you behind anymore. I'm sorry.
あなたも知っての通り、
And as you know,
篠崎家当主直系の血を引くサラブレッド。
Sachiko was a thoroughbred of the Shinozaki
ヨシ
family.
エを超えるほどの霊能力を持っていた
She had powers that far surpassed
涅槃を
Yoshie.
丸ごと体内に封じ込めるなんてものすごいこと
I
だ
mean, she was able to seal the entirety of that purgatory in her own body. Aiko took a sip of her coffee.
ほとんど最強の霊能者だったんじゃないかしら。
She was probably the strongest spiritual user at the time, even though she was just a small child.
でもその幸子が死
But
ん
then
だ
that Sachiko died.
そう
Exactly.
保健医ヨシエの転落事故と同時に幸子が行方不明になった。
When Yoshie fell to her death, Sachiko went missing at the same time. You know, that incident from 50 years ago.
あれは校長による殺人事件でした。
That was a murder case. That's what I
やはりそう
figured.
なのね。校長が余計なことをしでかしたおかげで幸子の中に吸い込まれて封印されていた涅槃が復活し、あの異空間天神小学
Because of
校が
that
生まれて
principal's
しまったの
careless actions, the purgatory sealed in Sachiko broke loose, revived, and was basically born as Heavenly Host Elementary School. So basically, the reason it took the form of the school was because Sachiko was killed at the school.
とはいえ復活した涅槃も資料として蘇った幸子の力で再び抑制されて、やっぱりその支配下に置かれていたよ
Well,
うだ
that
けれど
being said, the newly revived purgatory was still under the complete control of Sachiko, the evil spirit.
幸子がいろんな力を使えたのも
So is the reason that Sachiko had all those powers because of that purgatory? Ayumi felt like she was finally starting to understand the curse a bit more.
現在はあなたたちが脱出の際に幸子を取り除いてしまったから涅槃は再び暴
Well,
走状態
because
に
you
なっているの
guys took Sachiko out of the equation, the purgatory has now been kind of a chaos rampage mode. If only it had just been destroyed, a dangerous place.
あんな危険な場所。さて、ここで少し突飛な話をする
Alright,
わ
from here on, I'm gonna fly a
つ
little
いて
bit.
き
I'm
て
gonna
ね。
change conversations, topics.
死んだ友
Do
達
you want to see your dead friends
また
again?
会いたい
Ayumi and Yoshi both raised their
涅槃で死んだ霊は成仏できずに囚われ続けるというわ。お友達の魂だってまだあそこにいるかもしれない。
die in purgatory are unable to ascend to the next world and are stuck in that dimension. Your friend's spirits might still be there. As it turns out, there's all types of magic in the Book of Shadows. Just like there's a purgatory spell, there's also the ability to bring souls back. Ayumi responded. Notice said that trying to bring the dead back to life is a fool's errand. Huh?
Huh?
Ayumi recalled back to when she had used the Book of Shadows between the Shimozachi... when she used the Book of Shadows. But who gives a shit about that? Gotta try before you judge. You want to bring your friends back from the dead, right? So find that book and do the spell one more time at the school. I'd say that your chances of succeeding will jump sky high. Hey you! What irresponsible shit are you talking about? What do you plan to do if things get out of hand again? Yoshiki was about to talk more shit, but Ayumi stopped him. You know, don't you? You know about me and Nagashima and our failure at Yoshi's house. I feel like that destroyed my naivety. I realized then that this is impossible. I saw something impossible, experienced something impossible, and I became all fucked up. Something that I should never have done. I just want to forget about it. But it was reality. Listen. You've dug deep into a world that most normal people will ever even be able to touch. Do you really think you can run away now? You think I can do it? Her eyes were red, filled with tears. Aiko laughed like a jerk. What do you mean? Do what? I save everyone. Huh? What? What is it? Come on, say it. I want to hear it from you. Bring them back from the dead. Good job, you said it. Aiko rubbed Ayumi's head. What the Book of Shadows is able to create are miracles of a sort. Things that can twist the fate of man. Even if that's a fate set in stone. You have strong spiritual powers as someone from the Shinozaki family. With Hinoe not around anymore, this is something only you can do. Ayumi could feel her heart rate getting faster. Can she really do this? But I don't even know where the Book of Shadows is, plus Heavenly Host no longer has Sachiko. You can't use Shiawase no Sachiko to get back there, right? Yes, I believe so. I met a girl named Kano Yuki-chan there. Aiko took out the small white blue piece, rock stone from the red box. And that's why I use this. What is this? It has an incredible amount of spiritual energy.
声が教えてくれたわ。